Going live, you're live!
Aha! Okay.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Okay, so now...
We couldn't be bothered putting up the ring light. We're backlit and stuff, but meh.
Would it help if we turned that light off?
Possibly.
Well,
The ring light isn't even in this part of the house.
it's all the way in our bedroom. And, this is a mansion that we're living in. So
I thought it was out in the garage.
No. But to go from here to our bedroom, we would basically need scooters to get around here.
I'll get the ring light.
Right. I was going to make a post on the Kommentar tab. So I will click this, and then I will go share and share in a post. We are alive and live. I hope we can hang out like cool people do. People who definitely have friends. Friends. I definitely have friends.
We want to clarify that when we say hang out like cool people do, we are not in any way implying that we or our viewers are cool.
Friends. We have all the friends. Oh, I can close this tab now. And then go back to this place.
You can close this tab now, baby.
You can close the tabs. Closing tabs is for people who remember what they do with their life. I need to leave every tab I will ever maybe need open.
I occasionally close tabs.
I'm going to say it in the... So, okay, this was said that she would be here, so, okay, we're live.
There, and now we're visible, more or less.
Yes. What do you think of my hairs? It's a little bit less blue, huh?
Yeah, and it's also like this light.
Monique's here. She's at 45% battery and somewhere in New Mexico. It's somehow have a few bars of internet. Very cool.
Oh, cool. Right.
When I think of New Mexico, I think of basically like a barren wasteland.
I mean, it can't all be barren wasteland.
It's true, but that's just what that's the image my brain conjures up. That's, I guess, because we've only ever driven through it.
Yeah, and only like small parts of it. We've never really seen any part of New Mexico, because it's just like the highway that goes between California and Utah, like just goes through like a corner of New Mexico.
Sarah's here.
Hello, Sarah.
Woohoo! Morton and I have got tattoos. They're temporary.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should get it for reals though. It's so hardcore.
It's a man.
It's adorable little VW house bus.
Yeah.
Whatever they're called.
So this Saturday was like big children's
back to school community celebration.
Yeah, end of summer, beginning of the school semester thing that like church organization that I'm involved in organized. I was part of the like planning group for the whole thing, and so we did that. It was fun.
Yeah,
there were bouncy castles and a clown.
It was, but not like a creepy clown. He was like a cute.
He was a juggler with the clown aesthetic.
Yeah, like he didn't have his face all white. He had like cheeks. He really gave off Elias vibes.
Yeah, like it was.
Which he's the younger brother of Morton, and his magic persona at times has been very, very clowny and awkward and cute.
But that's the thing, like when I feel like people who think that clowns are scary, I think have never seen an actual clown at work.
Mm.
Like you like because there are like so many like bad like um media depictions of clowns, so
So
that,
you think of like it instead of
and the Joker was like whenever I have seen an actual clown do their thing, it's always been really good stuff.
yeah. The best part was when he climbed on top of this guy to stand on his shoulders. And just the way he was just like sliding all over, and the other guy was like uncomfortable but still enjoying it mostly.
Yeah.
It was just the timing. I laughed out loud. Not just like when people say lol and they're like, heh.
He also he had such wonderfully stupid gags. It was like, okay, I'm going to do something really difficult now. I'm going to be juggling these juggling pins or whatever they're called, like these look like bowling pins. I don't know what you call those clubs. It's like I'm going to be juggling these while sitting on my unicycle, and then he just put the unicycle on the ground, just sat down cross-legged on the wheel as the unicycle was laying flat on the ground, and started juggling. It's like, that's so dumb, and I love it. And of course, I mean, the kids loved it too. It was, it was for them, and like.
And this bit of juggling and catching stuff in his mouth, but really saying that one of the balls in particular was really disgusting, and of course he kept putting that one in his mouth.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Okay, says, as a kid, I went to the Christmas circus quite often, and there were also clowns. Is that a Dutch thing? A Christmas circus? I've never heard of that. Interesting. But yeah, we got tatted up there, and the funniest thing that happened of everything was before the festival when Morton was like, "Hey, Katie, would you be interested in doing face painting?"
I still think you could have done it better than you think.
He's like, easy stuff, like a butterfly. I think we should buy some face paint so that I can.
We have some.
Oh, okay. Well,
but we have like the really cheapy stuff. So.
Well, we should get more colors and stuff so that I could make a video and use your face to show just how bad I would have been at it.
Well, my face skin is real sensitive, so you should probably do it on the girls.
Okay, they would probably be okay with that.
Yes. The clowns are the comedic relief, but also really talented. Making something look dumb and like you're failing, you actually need to be so good at it.
That is so true. Yes, and I've been here. I found the perfect emoji. Well done and hello.
Yeah, I mean, because that was, like Katie said, his whole thing of like juggling and trying to take a bite out of the apple, but then all the time putting his old and gross ball in his mouth instead is like, and looking really surprised every time it happened, even though it happened 7 times in a row, is like, yeah, he was.
And
really
the kids were just. They were enraptured. There was a bunch of kids just staring straight at him for the whole time.
Yeah.
Ours included. But of course, our kids have been able to be enraptured by cartoons and stuff for a few years now. Yeah. Where it's harder to get them away than it should be.
I got to see, man, that's a long time ago now, before we were married, so a very long time ago. I got to actually go to a Cirque du Soleil show, and then they had. I mean, they have a bunch of clowns, but they had one that was like they have clowns that like do help move stuff around. They all do some clowning in between, but then there was one guy who was like the clown act of the show. And he was brilliant. His whole thing was he got, he did his own sound effects. Like he didn't speak, but he did sound effects. And he brought a guy up from the audience. Like they did like this old fashioned Western duel, but and so he would and the clown would show the guy from the audience what to do, and then when he was doing it, he would make all these really cool sound effects for himself. And then when the other guy was doing it, he would make really lame sound effects for that guy. and that was the whole act, and it was brilliant.
Oh. But yeah, it was the festival was a send the kids off to school in style and entertainment kind of thing. And yeah, our kids are now going to big kid school. It's called preschool class in Sweden.
Yeah, but it's a equivalent of kindergarten.
Yeah, so it's not like you can just skip it.
Yeah,
it's part of school.
It is mandatory. It used to not be mandatory, but then they switched it up. How tired are they? It's not too bad, actually.
Also, they're spending a lot less time at big kid school than they did at daycare.
Yeah, we haven't, because we missed some stuff in like the bureaucracy, so we didn't get them into the after school program from the start of the semester. So now we have finally been able to schedule them to stick around after school care, but right now this week we have to pick them up at 10 past noon every day. But I think that's good to sort of like just ease into.
Yeah, it's been fine, and stuff. I have just been. I had in the early days of being a pregnante, I had to sleep a lot, and then I had energy again, and now I need to sleep a lot again. So it's nice that I don't have to go walk and pick them up, because I can take that time to rest.
Yeah, because I'm home right now, and I'll be working on Friday, but then also I'm starting up my studies again, like gonna try and actually finish the course that I failed last year, and get things done. So the course starts on Monday, but it's all like independent work pretty much, so I can work from home, and so I will be able to pick the girls up most days.
Yay! Yes, Morton has a TARDIS. Yes, he does. This shirt's getting old. Yeah, it's got holes in it.
It's just a hole. I mean, other than the ones that are supposed to be there. If you have the shirt without holes, that would be hard to put on.
It would be a pillowcase.
Yeah, right. A pillowcase does not have any holes. It only has.
You see what I have to live with. Get to live with.
Hey, topology is a fascinating subject.
Yes. Oki wants to see my belly. So, okay. Ta-da! Am I enormous?
Here, my head for scale.
Whoa. Is it bigger than your head?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I said, not that enormous. Yeah.
It's so weird. Like, you think it's going to be like kicking feelings. You think it's like douche. But it's a lot more of like quivering feelings.
He's dancing.
Yeah, but almost feels like vibrating sometimes. Yeah. It's weird.
And like I said, it depends on how you define holes. Well, so the mathematical definition of a hole is a way to pass entirely through an object from once, like, so that you enter on one distinct side of the object and exit on a different distinct side of the object. Then it's a hole.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yachman here is dancing. Tingo and disco is maybe it's Oh, is that the dancing that the baby's doing? Yes. I feel like I've grown quite a bit in just the past little bit, past few days. But I am about a week away from officially being in the third trimester.
Yeah, and you did have a recent appointment.
Yes, and everything's good.
Yes.
My blood.
Yeah, your iron values are better.
Yeah. Then it still has a lot of holes because the strands of yarn it's made from also form holes.
I suppose
Oh,
so.
you
Yes.
got told. Okia drops the mic.
Right. It depends on the scale that you're operating at. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Okia drops the mic, and then we have to pay for that mic because it was expensive, Okia.
My favorite thing, though, on the subject of topology and holes is how many holes does a balloon have? Because if you have an inflated balloon and then you poke a hole in it, then you get a flat piece of rubber with no holes in it. So a balloon has -1 holes. Because if you add a hole, you have 0.
I can't help but feel like we could be watching Sandman right now.
Why am I putting you to sleep?
I think I'm gonna read these comments. For your definition, 0. Yeah, ich bin here. Emoji game is on fleek.
Does anyone still say on fleek?
As per usual.
Yeah, that's the thing about 2D objects in 3D space. Yeah, that's the thing. Like
smart people talking. What can you do? But yeah, we've been binging Sandman. Well, it's not really binging if you only watch one episode at a time.
Like, for us, binging is watching 5 episodes in a week.
Yeah. But
how many holes does a movie stream? Oh, that's right. Oh.
Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, okay. Wait, that one because you can't orient, so you can't say that because it is a closed loop. So normally a closed loop would mean that there's a hole, but because it doesn't have 2 distinct sides, I don't know. Now my brain is breaking apart. I'm gonna have to Google this later.
Okay. Yes, but at least it wasn't so hot today.
No.
It's finally been cooling down a bit.
Yeah, but that also.
Yes. Yeah, ich bin here asks, did I read in the comments right that the twins are in different classes or schools or something like that? Different classes. They're in the same school.
Yeah, and they do, like, they have a lot of activities together. And they have the same break times and things like that. So they still get to see each other at school, but they are in different classrooms for a large part of those things too.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, they seem totally fine with it.
I guess the reason is kind of just helping them to be independent.
Yeah, it's like the school, like the school's it is the school's experience that it is better for siblings to be separate at during school hours, to help them with their independence, and I think also because twins tend to distract each other.
I could see that.
The
real reason is that the teachers just don't want to have to deal with not being able to tell them apart.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't say that to us. But some of the daycare workers never could tell them apart. That had been spent years with them.
Yeah. I mean, it's ever since we get them different hairstyles, it's helped. The hair dye came out though.
Yeah.
We should redo that. Redo their highlights.
Yeah.
Even more distinct colors.
I got some hair dye, some temporary hair dye that you just put in.
Yeah,
Doesn't need anything fancy.
should maybe try that.
Yeah.
But also, right now you can tell them apart when they smile because while they both lost their top front teeth, Eleanor's
A lot more
new
in,
teeth
yeah.
have come in a lot more than Amelia's.
Akia could tell them apart even before they're getting their little hair dye
Yeah.
because of the length difference.
Yes. It really was a blessing in disguise when they played with those scissors.
Yeah. Yeah. But we won't tell them that.
Absolutely not.
I think I made, because before Eleanor's hair was longer, and I think Amelia got tired of hearing that, so then she wanted her hair to be the longer one.
Because they held them apart just fine. I just trying to remember which one is which. And it's like,
The tooth thing is quite obvious, though.
yeah. And of course, they also currently have temporary tattoos, although theirs have faded more than ours.
It's very hard explaining to kids, little kids, about things that are temporary, that you just have to enjoy them while they're there.
Yes. Oh, the clown also made balloon animals, and their little balloon dogs did not last long at all. And there were some emotions.
Temporary
but they got over it.
tattoos, balloons, little beads, bead bracelets, like these things. I took them to the secondhand shop today because there was an hour before it closed, and we get out of the house, and I was like, we're not getting any toys because there's always a little free toy thingy. Like, you have so much clutter in our house.
Yep.
And all these temporary breakable things just create more clutter, and then I'm just sweeping garbage when I'm cleaning up. It gets so old. So Morton, I'm gonna go
A swerve?
a swerve. So something that I think maybe some of you might have heard me mention Dan McPherson before. I'm not sure. He's a really cool guy. And he's got a podcast called Dreams Are Real. And there's a Facebook group and a weekly chat. And I just love his passion to help people reach their dreams. And he asked a question that was like, what are dreams that you have that you've been embarrassed to share with people? Isn't that a good question?
Yeah.
And I was like thinking about that, like, well, all of them. There's so many reasons to have that like feeling of putting it out there, what you wish you could do.
Yeah.
I will read this. That is okay. Says that is part of being a kid, learning that not everything lasts. It's part of being a human.
Yeah, because you fall out with, even as an adult, that is a tough lesson sometimes.
Yeah. You get so attached to stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, what dreams?
I feel like you've always just had that same dream of being a teacher, and you haven't been embarrassed to share that.
No, I mean, it's been like, that's been my main dream. Like other dreams, I don't know, like
having a published book.
That would be really cool. I keep talking about like maybe trying to do something with that little children's story that I wrote.
That pirate one?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you guys have dreams, and are you able to share them and put them out there into the world? I'd love to hear that. And I was thinking about it earlier, and I was like, the way I was raised kind of plays a part into, like, don't bother having a dream. You might be just asked to give it up.
Yeah.
And the world may end before anything could happen anyway, so don't invest too much hope in that.
Which is absolutely wrong anyway. Yeah. Like, that's...
I literally remember thinking, like, I hope the world doesn't end before I'm able to get married and have kids.
Yeah, that's just bad theology. Because that was...
And I feel like that stunted my whole concept of dreaming. Like, to now,
Because I think now I can't remember, but I think it was like one of the old reformers who like said specifically, if the world ends tomorrow, today I will plant a tree. It's like the whole thing of no, you should always work for the future, even though you have no guarantee you will achieve. You should not assume that you will get it, but you should always work towards it and prepare for it.
Yeah. Okay, says, I try to not judge other people's dreams as long as they're not harmful to others. I am actually not sure. I used to have a lot of dreams, but my health stopped a lot of them. Oh yeah, that would play a part in it.
Hey, buddy.
It's one of our fur babies.
So which one are you?
This is
It's
Carlson
Yes,
because
it's
he's
Carlson.
got darker fur. Right now, mostly, I still hope I can have a family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Health, that's a whole other can of worms that you take it for granted until it's gone.
Yeah, like so many things.
Yeah. And like how closely linked physical health and mental health is.
Yeah.
To have motivation, to be able to follow through on things that you really want to, but sometimes you just can't.
Yeah. And you just have to then do like okay, then seriously, looking up health risks of pregnancy in my age, not helpful.
Hey, I'm older than you and stuff. You're not that old. There's lots of people in their 40s having kids perfectly fine.
Yeah. It's just like it's one of those things like you should be aware of the risks, I think, but you should not let yourself be defined by them.
Don't Google too much. It's not a good idea. I'll be right back. I wanted to find.
Okay. I will entertain the audience.
I'll get your hat.
Eh? Oh.
Wait. Well, these are some interesting O's. What am I missing out on?
Read out this list.
But I took a step closer. Oh yeah, I knew that they were engaged. Did I not tell you?
I think you might have mentioned it, but it's
My badness. Yes, happy for you.
Yeah.
Okja and Jesper are so stinking cute. We know because we met them. So
what do you got there?
It's a notebook that I used for taking notes for the coaching thing. Like it was really, really cool that Dan invited me to actually attend this coaching class that would have cost like $600.
Yeah.
12-week thing. And so for a lot of it, I felt like, I don't know. I don't have energy. I'm just going to take these notes and do what I can. And now I've been like going through and journaling off of those notes and trying, like I've gone through some of the training that he'd done before of like finding your North Star, determining what it is you want to be remembered for, asking yourself the why questions to get more and more specific towards that. But it's good to probably update that because it was like a year ago to see like, does this still stand? Is this still right? Wedding talk. Oh, yeah, he's been here, wants to know if they have a date picked. Yeah. Around May next year.
Oh, yes.
Buying a house, being engaged, such adults.
Yeah, and needing renovations. That's fun.
I never ever want to do that.
Well, I mean, we're gonna.
Oh yeah, we are gonna do that.
Right. Shoot, I need to take pictures and send to the carpenter to get a quote because we're planning on putting up a wall here and actually dividing this room.
Like where that bookshelf is, you won't see the bookshelf because there will be a wall in front of it.
Yeah, sort of like behind where this furniture piece is. Just poof.
Such adult, much old.
And then also, sort of funny that I technically am part owner of an apartment in Stockholm. It's my parents.
The apartment we were gonna live at, but I was like, I don't want to live on the mainland. I want to live on Gotland.
Yeah, but my parents still like wrote over 10% ownership of the apartment to me, specifically so that we could use the fact that I am studying here as a reason to have the homeowners association approve us renting it out secondhand.
Bureaucracy.
Yes. Like I like there being like rules about that you shouldn't be able to just buy an apartment to then rent it out. Like that's
because
not.
The stinking rich people do that all over Gotland, and all the houses are used up in the summer and empty the rest of the year, and nobody can get a place to live.
Yeah. So I approve of that system, but it's been rough for us, especially with now my studies being complicated and such. But anyway, then it also turns out that apparently the bathroom like floor covering mat, like the plastic floor mat that's in there, like the whole floor covering is like a kind of plastic that they say like the estimated lifetime for that sort of floor covering, it should be 20 to 25 years. As far as we know, it has not been replaced since the apartment was built in the 60s.
But thankfully, we don't have to actually like go to Stockholm and deal with those renovations.
Yeah, but it's sort of like I am now the go-between. I'm the one who got that information and have to like get it, like confer between my parents and the homeowners association on dealing with that stuff. And now we need to find out if there's any water damage in the floor, which would be complicated and require a lot of renovations, or if it's just that we just need to replace the floor covering and it's going to be fine.
The 60s are indeed more than 25 years ago.
Yes, truly so.
My parents were born in the 60s.
As were mine.
I'm not older than my parents. But Morten, yes. Remember, if there's things on your to-do list, you can tell me and I can write them down and you can tell me when to remind you. Yeah. And you don't have to keep it all in your head.
But I'm getting through. Like I've gotten a lot of stuff on my list done this week, which feels really good.
Yeah, nice. Like she says, I don't know about Sweden, but a lot of floorings in the Netherlands from that time have asbestos in it. So you might need to check that out.
I don't think there was.
My high school was filled with asbestos.
I remember they had to redo like the auditorium in my high school, and that was also like, yep. All the workers are wearing hazmat. No students are allowed. And we are locking off the entire like entryway to the auditorium. No one is allowed to go through there.
Yeah. So this notebook that I had been taking notes in for figuring out dreams, was like, what's your legacy? What do you want to be known for? And like recognizing when an opportunity comes, does it move me closer to that or further away? Yeah. Like really asking yourself the questions of what will get you furthest, fastest, and what are tasks I need to do to fulfill what I want to do, and like taking the practical little steps and scheduling them, because it's really is like you can't see the forest because there's so many trees in the way.
Yeah. So the
more wispy a dream is, the more it's going to just stay wispy.
Yeah. That's why it's so nice that my big dream has always been very concrete. I'm going to become a teacher.
You lucky jerk. But it could still be fleshed out into how to maintain the mental health that you need to be a good teacher.
Yeah.
Because we've all been there with
Hi, Andreas.
Because we've all been there with burnt out teachers.
Yep.
And it's like you go in with intentions, and then it's like how everybody's like, when I'm a parent, I'll never do that. Yes, you will. I don't care what it is. You will. Because exhaustion and overstimulation and all those things can just make you say, whatever. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm just surviving, and you got to do what it takes to survive. But how do you take the steps so that you actually do it well?
Yeah. Okay. So I like the method of not making goals and deadlines, but just to define the value you want to live towards.
Yeah, that goes along with one of the things that I wrote down of one of the quotes. That was fall in love. Shoot. Oh, come on.
Well, I'll read the rest of what she wrote in the meantime.
Fall in love. Okay, he found it. Fall in love with the vision, not the path.
Yes. But, yeah, because then she said, like, I want to be creative, so every day I spend time doing something creative is a win, regardless of what I made or how well it turned out. It's a win because I was creative.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right where it should be. It's like when we know the things that make us happy and give us that sense of I created something, I tried, I had fun with it, then we're in a better place. Like that's something I'm so passionate about to all the tired parents out there. Of like, yes, you're tired. Ask for help and do something creative.
Yeah.
Even if that's painting your nails, even if it's
it's been really hard
cutting
for
up
me
a magazine.
for years now to actually sit down and properly put something creative on a page. That's one of the reasons why I love play like gaming, role playing games and such, because that is like by necessity creativity, but it's all in the moment and not like and it's it's just a different feel to it. It's not the same burden. Yeah,
and you get to do it with friends.
Yeah.
People that you're making friends with as you play with them.
It's sort of interesting that like I don't know these people outside of we like the Discord server that we've met through, but we still have a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've mentioned on here that I switched from Dungeons and Dragons to Werewolf the Apocalypse, where we are currently trying to save. We're sort of trying to save the rainforest in this campaign that we're doing. So that's what's going on with that. That's fun.
I have 3 days a week. I have Zoom meetings, or they're not meetings, is like an official work word, but gatherings. One is the coaching, and one is the Dreams Are Real community chat, which is sometimes just like 4 or 5 people, but sometimes it's like 7-ish. And then Journeys on Saturday, which is like people on the different ends of the spectrum of deconstruction, reconstruction, figuring out how to deal with disappointment and difficult situations and just connecting together there. And that's my chance to see people. We should do a Zoom thing so it's not just us talking, but we could actually see each other.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I've said that a few times, but it's just I just have not ever actually made the effort to like set it up. Because saying stuff and doing it's different.
Okay, responded to me about werewolf. I just heard good things about it, and so werewolf is more narrative and less combat rules. Well, I think because there's like there's all these different World of Darkness games. They're all sort of set in the same universe, but with like slight variations. Like Vampire the Masquerade is most famous, and then there's what is it, Mage, Changeling, and I don't know what else. And apparently, from what I understand, Werewolf is the only one that I have ever played. I've only played it twice so far. But all of the World of Darkness games, Werewolf has more combat than the others, but it's still like quite roleplay focused. But yes, yeah, of course, the werewolves fight more than the other mystical beings. Surprise.
Wow, yeah. Andreas has 5 meetings in real life and digital. I wish I had a in real life weekly gathering.
Yeah.
That would be cool. But it's really great to go to the secondhand shop and see people and occasionally hear English and be like, English? Hi, I have a YouTube channel. That's exactly how I did it today. We'll see if I reach 1,130.
Yes.
Are you doing a magic trick? It's not really showing. You can't really see on the screen.
I know.
Oki is down for a hangout. People can put in the WhatsApp chat when it would be a good time to do that.
Neil has to get up at 5 tomorrow.
Oh.
What are you doing here? Get to bed.
Yeah, go to bed. That is too oily.
Yeah.
But I'm changing my perspective about time because you just slowly have to do that. Like having 3-ish months to go before baby comes, the P increases. And I have to go all the time. And it's just my body prepping that time is a lie and sleep is a lie and
sleep is an illusion. We're fine. Like I'm finally getting to sleep through the night after not having really done that for years. And then we're having another kid.
Yeah. Have to leave. Andreas has to leave home just before 7 a.m. to go to Stockholm. It's been so long since we've been to the mainland.
I've been more recently than you because I had to go there for school.
You had school stuff.
I got to hang out with Andreas.
You got to do that. Okay. Can I still get comfortable? I have a pregnancy pillow, and that's pretty darn nice. It's kind of U-shaped, and it's nice to have it kind of that I can pull it against whichever side I'm laying against so I don't feel like too wobbly in bed. But if I'm laying on my back, it's really uncomfortable with all this weight pushing down on my organs. So I have to be on my side.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Sarah's next to him on the couch. Hi, Sarah.
Sarah.
So, Morton, it's 9:14.
Yes.
If we stop this now, can we watch an episode of Sandman?
I don't know if I have the mental energy for that. It's a really intense story arc right now.
Wow. I looked at myself in the video and I was like, oh my gosh, I look like my kids. Don't I look like them when I do that?
I guess a bit.
But Sandman. It's so good.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So I watched a show, Boo Biatch. Don't want Yike here to kick me off. um, that was pretty darn good. Parts of it were dumb. You really start to dislike one of the characters. There's parts that are really like, yeah, I know where this is going, but I wish I could talk about it with somebody. Ooh, Andres is meeting new colleagues. Hope that goes well, and you guys, they pass the vibe check, and you guys get along. Like he says, the fiancé. That's the correct pronunciation. Fiancé. Are watching all the Predator movies. Nice. I've never seen a Predator movie.
I have no interest in watching Predator movies.
Yak here brandishes the mod sword.
There's like, Predators, not nice. No. That's sort of the main concept of the films, as far as I understand, is that the predators are not nice.
Is it the Predator that's?
No, that's
Alien. But didn't they do an Alien versus Predator movie?
Yes, they did.
Like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I think. I don't know what came first of the movies or the games, because I know there are Alien versus Predator games, and I think there might have been that someone did that first, where it was like, okay, what if we made a space shooter, like horror game, like, but we got the rights to both Alien and Predator, and you have to like fight both of them at the same time, and so I was like, I think that happened first, and then someone was like, why is that not a movie yet? And then it was a movie.
Yeah, I don't want to watch the scary movies. I just want to know why.
Yeah.
What's the point? What's the moral? What's the passion that drove the project?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, says the movie is not that scary because it was very unreal. Yeah, that's the difference. If it feels cartoony,
yes,
or if it feels in like how deep the tension goes, like jump scares and stuff. But then the fiancé made the Predator sounds, and that pulled it into the real world, and that creeped me out to no end. Jasper, you stinker. Entertainment and money drove the project, yes. Yeah, there's just straight up entertainment and money. But like The Shining, when we were researching about that, and like the director or writer's like struggles with his dad's alcoholism and like taking demons like that and then expressing them through like an actual demon or what's even real, doubting your reality.
Yeah, because well-written horror is like full of like symbolism and things like that, and it's
like that's why people want to tell stories, is because they want to get something off their chest and process it, and so much of it is just like mommy and daddy issues.
Yeah,
because we get messed up by our families, and then we make families, and then we mess them up.
I don't think this is going to be a hit song. I've not seen Twin Peaks.
Nope.
I heard a lot about it. Never had a chance to watch it. Not sure if I would.
And today said, for someone like me, which can't always discern between reality and fiction, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That was loud in my earballs.
I dropped the coin.
Oh no, Akia, don't tell Jesper I called him a stinker. I wouldn't want to see him angry.
Like I said, I don't want to see anything like psychological thrillers, like ever. Yeah.
I used to like to read psychological thrillers because it's so fascinating to get into the mind of twisted people
Yeah.
And what's their motivation? I guess it kind of goes along with why I wanted to I don't want to watch scary movies, but I want to know why.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, like we often when we hear about a new horror movie that sounds interesting, we'll just go on Wikipedia and read a synopsis.
Google the heck out of
and
the spoilers.
Then just talk about the story without ever watching the movie.
Aki says Jesper doesn't get angry. I said that very tongue in cheek because I really got the vibe that he doesn't get angry. Him and you and him, it would probably it takes a lot.
Yeah.
Or you have to be not feeling well and tired. Then it doesn't take so much.
Yeah, that's also true.
Yeah. Because calm, gentle, lovely people like you've defined your buttons.
For the most part, yeah.
And so you have to have those buttons being pushed purposefully, repeatedly to really let it out. Oh, man. Andrea says, I used to have no problems with psychological thrillers. Then I was assaulted in the flat. Oh, gosh. Warehouse 13 was too triggering. Oh, no. That is just so terrifying for that to happen. I'm so sorry. Aki says, yeah, he can get cranky, but not angry. That indeed takes a lot. Yeah. Carson, come here, baby boy.
No, he's a bit camera shy.
Our skin children are sleeping, and so our fur children must be available for cuddles.
No, I just remembered finding out about the German tradition of the Schultüte, where children bring a cone full of sweets the first day of school. Sweden had a tradition like that. No, not really, no.
Yeah. Gia sent pictures with Schultütes one time when she sent me some goodies from Germany. That was so sweet. Yes. Oh.
I feel like my focus is fading.
Yeah, I think we can call it a night.
But Carlson finally got on camera.
I saw him bathing on the roof. Yeah, I'm with Okia. I hope that you got some help to get through that, Andreas. For sure. Counseling, whatever is necessary, because it's not like it just goes away. It has been good stream. Well done, everyone. Couldn't have done it without you.
Yeah, we should, and if we want this to be recovered, we should just leave the stream running, so it's just the cat.
Or not.
Nah, probably not.
Yes, I do believe I still have your email address somewhere. Yeah, you've been here. In case you ever wanted to come to a Zoom chat and see these lovely people in the skin of the internet. I have a very flexible face, don't I?
We're weird.
And before it's not a good stream anymore, we should say bye.
So thank you very much.
Yes. Nostrils are dead.